Hello there everyone, welcome back to a brand new show review. Today I'm going to review a show that let's just say it's a spin-off show from a show that I really love. And I'm going to talk about, obviously you've seen the title, you've seen the thumbnail. I'm going to talk about Fionna and Cake, which is a spin-off series from Adventure Time. Adventure Time, if you don't know that show, it's about Finn the human and Jake the dog going on whatever mysteries and adventures they might discover in their precious world of Ooh. So there we go. So like I said, this is a spin-off show of Adventure Time. And yes, so Finn and Jake are two male characters, right? And in this series, which is called Fionna and Cake, you probably heard that right, it's about two women, I guess. So the characters got gender swapped, so that's cool. But yeah, for some reason this fits inside of the entire Adventure Time timeline and the Adventure Time like multiverse or something. Okay, there we go, my light is a bit off. But yeah, Fionna and Cake is about multiverse hopping and traveling inside different realities for some reason. So let's recap Adventure Time before we get to that bit, because it's kind of interesting and kind of complex. So Adventure Time is about, like I said, two male characters, Finn the human and Jake the dog. They go on adventures in the land of Ooh. They find the Enchiridion, which is a magical book. They fight the Lich, which is one of the most evilest villains in the land of Ooh and the Adventure Time universe. So there we go. They fight off many, villains like the Ice King, very important character for the Fionna and Cake. And so the Ice King, the Lich, Fionna and Cake, Golb too. Golb is a character which is like the embodiment of chaos in the Adventure Time world. So there we go. And also, like I said, Ice King. Ice King is very important because Ice King is a character who is flawed. He is very, chaotic and dangerous because that guy, his real name is Simon Petrikov, right? But when he wears the crown and becomes the Ice King, he becomes very, let's just say, different. He has a different personality. He's more chaotic. He's more evil. He is more, let's just say, not alright. There we go. So yeah, there we go. He's kind of like cursed with the crown, wearing the crown. So there we go. But Simon Petrikov is a really nice guy. So alright, I recapped a bit of the Adventure Time lore there. A few characters that are very important to this story. And let's recap some worlds that we have in Adventure Time. So we have the normal land of Ooh, so the place where Jake and Finn live, and the Ice King and the Lich and stuff like that. We have the farm world universe, where that's a universe where the Lich didn't exist. So there we go. And we have let's talk about, I think, another one, or might that be it? No, well, we have the Fionna and Cake universe, but technically that universe consists of like stories that the Ice King made up. So the made up stories of the Ice King are the Fionna and Cake universe. If you're still following, it might get a bit complicated. Yeah, there we go. That's kind of complicated, but no problems, right? So Ice King created the Fionna and Cake stories, but in this series, Fionna and Cake, the universe is very different from the one we remember, because Ice King made a universe where Fionna and Cake are just two women, I guess, going on adventures in the land of Ooh. So every character in Fionna and Cake adventures from the Ice King are gender swapped. So we have Princess Bubblegum, which becomes Prince Bubblegum, I believe. We have Marceline the Vampire Queen, which becomes Marshall Lee, a vampire. So there we go. But yeah, there we go. Fionna and Cake, right, let's go. So Fionna and Cake starts off in the city, which, like I said, is kind of different from the stories that Ice King made up. So there we go. That's also kind of off because normally they're in the land of Ooh. But hey, okay. Little by little, they get introduced to little portals in this world where they get swapped, or they get teleported to the cube, which is like the cosmic cube where the Wishmaster lived, which is Prismo. Prismo is like A Wishmaster, yeah. Finn and Jake also encountered that guy, and that's how Finn made the the farmland world where the Lich doesn't exist and where Finn becomes evil. So there we go. So Prismo the Wishmaster is like a god, I guess. He can grant wishes, he can create universes, and he can destroy universes. So there we go. Yeah, there we go. So that's great. And Fiona and Cake kind of try to guess what is going on because they don't really know what's happening, right? Prismo transforms Cake the cat into a Cake the cat that we know. Yeah, well, it's normally just a cat, but now he can talk and walk on two legs. So there we go. And Fiona also gets a outfit swap, I guess, to match more with the Ice King's version of Fiona and Cake. Okay, so there we go. So Prismo sends them off to some other realities because they get invaded by the Scarab. The Scarab is a new character introduced to the Adventure Time lore, which is really cool. He's like a bounty hunter, I guess. He works for Prismo's boss too, but he's kind of evil, so there we go. It's a nice little introduction to a new villain, so there we go. So, yeah, Fiona and Cake travel to different realities with the one and only Simon Petrikov. Yes, I talked about him. He becomes the Ice King. So interesting, right? Although, in the end of Adventure Time, the last episode, they fight off Gulp and Simon is back to normal again. So there you go. That's the only thing you also need to know, right? Simon lives in this futuristic world where he doesn't really he isn't the Ice King, so nobody fears him anymore. He's just a normal human, but he's out of time because Simon Petrikov lived in the 20th century and now he's like in the 23rd century or something, I don't know, or 1,000 years into the future, which is really weird because the Ice King has been the Ice King for many thousands of years, maybe, I don't know. So there we go. Simon and Fiona and Cake travel to different realities, like I said, Farm World I guess, or the Farm World universe. They travel to a baby universe where there is this little funny baby Finn, I guess. So that's nice. The vampire world, which actually is the world where Marceline and her father rule and eat people and they become vampires. So there we go. So that's really interesting. Like I said, a lot of multiverse jumping, and this is really crucial. You really need to watch Adventure Time to get this show. Or not, I guess it counts, right? Yeah, I think backstories is very important if you watch Fiona and Cake. But like I said, it's very complicated. A lot of different realities and dimensions and world hoppings and different characters from like different years and different seasons of Adventure Time, which is really cool. Like I said, a lot of Adventure Time watching is allowed, for this spin-off show. Like I said, you even get the Lich. The Lich is like Jerry in this show. I don't know. Which there is also this world where the Lich wins. The Lich is a very evil bad guy, and the Lich kills off everyone in this one universe. The only one living there, Bimo. Bimo is still alive, which is really cool. You get like familiar faces throughout these different dimensional realities. Like you have a vampire hunter Bubblegum. You have a Martin Martinson, which is Finn's dad, which also lives in this vampire world and helps Bubblegum out. We have, like I said, Baby Finn, Marceline, which is kind of evil, which is not really cool because Marceline, back in the Mushroom War, has been parented by the Ice King, Simon Petrikov, or I guess him, before he got all mental and stuff like that and became the Ice King itself. So there we go. Yeah, a lot of different worlds and stories and stuff like that, and I love it so much. 10 episodes, each 25 minutes or something in this Fiona and Cake show. But like I said, there are so much details, little things, like little stories that connect. Like how you even get like the Adventure Time, I guess, future, I guess. You get like a Sherman and Beth adventure, which is like Finn and Jake, or Fiona and Cake, but in a far future. It's like, it's about the grandson of Jake the dog, which becomes like the Ice King. He becomes bad. It's a lot of different stories throughout this mini spin-off show, and I really hope they make a season 2 because I really like this story, man. It's about the multiverse, and they incorporate like this show is based off like Ice King's stories, but somehow there is an alternate universe where they're just normal, right? But somehow something uncanon becomes canon, which is really cool. And canon means like back into the story, incorporated into the story, and becomes one's gigantic multiverse. I don't know, one gigantic story. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Like, yeah, I have a lot of Adventure Time lore inside of my head, right? And hopefully I don't make like another reality. I don't know. No, I'm just kidding. If you've seen the show, you probably get it because it's all inside Simon Petrikov's head and Ice King's head. So, like I said, they incorporate this medium of like getting something uncanon, canon, and something that isn't really story into a story, which is really freaking fantastic. So yeah, there we go. I watched it. I'm really happy about it, and I would take anything Adventure Time. Like Shermie and Beth, they said that they were going to make something with them eventually in the future. So that's great. We have Adventure Time, obviously. We have Fionna and Cake, and we have Adventure Time Destined Lands. And dude, just give me everything Adventure Time because I love this show so much. It's one of my favorite TV shows or animated TV shows. And yeah, I really love this show. I really love this spin-off. Like I said, I babbled on about it for like 11 minutes now. But hey, there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you enjoyed the show. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I will see you later. Cheers. Intro or, closing credits starts playing. Let's go.
Making your way in the world today takes everything you've got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to get away? All those nights when you got no lights, the check was in the mail, and your little angel hung the cat up by its tail, and your third fiancé didn't show. Sometimes you wanna go where everybody